If you want to learn how to build generational wealth, keep watching this video. Paying off your mortgage is not about just getting out of debt. It's then creating the ability to create passive income and build generational wealth for yourself. One of my clients has 22 years left on their mortgage. We're going to use one strategy to get them out of debt in less than 6 years, saving them over $200,000 in interest. My name's Sean Uehara. I've been a mortgage lender for almost 20 years, and this strategy I'm going to teach you is the one strategy that you can use to build generational wealth and passive income for yourself today. This is something that the banks won't teach you, but in my experience in almost 20 years of doing mortgages, this is how any of us can beat the banks at their own game. So make sure to save this video and follow me because I'm going to show you tips every single day how you can beat the bank and start building some wealth. With the first lien HELOC, we attack interest on a daily basis versus monthly. Every single time we make a deposit into this account, we're effectively lowering our loan balance, which lowers the amount of interest we're paying on our mortgage. If you think about this in its simplest terms, we're paying principal predominantly first up front versus your 30-year fixed mortgage where you're paying mostly interest for the first 14 to 15 years of your mortgage. So here's my client's loan. They owe about $480 on their home. It's worth a little over $600,000. They're in a 30-year fixed. They have a rate of 5.375. They've been in their home for about 2.5 years. And they're smart enough to pay an extra $300 a month on their mortgage. Their estimated take-home pay is about $10,000 a month, and they've got about $150,000 in checking, savings, and high-yield savings accounts and other bonds. So the deposit in this account is not anything that you have to do. It's basically taking dead money in checking or savings or some of these other accounts that's not earning you a ton of interest and reallocating that money into the HELOC so we can pay the loan down faster. But because it's a line of credit, you have access to this equity line for 30 years. So you still have access to your money. And because we treat our HELOC as our checking account, we've got $10,000 going in. And at the end of the month, after all their bills are accounted for, they've got about $3,000 left over. So here's their current loan. They would pay it off in 22 years, totaling $830,000 in principal and interest if they never refinance their mortgage. Here's our mortgage. We have that same $483,000 balance that we're going to refinance into our HELOC. We're going to pay it off in 70 months, saving them $257,000 in interest. Here's what the banks don't teach you. All they tell you is to focus on interest rate. The average interest rate on this loan is 8.3%, but because we're attacking interest on a daily basis, we are only paying $89,000 in interest. So look, this is a lower interest rate, but look how much interest we're saving. $257,000. This gives us an effective rate of 1.1% on our mortgage. And for those of you that still love your 30-year fixed mortgage, you can stay in that. You would still owe the bank $406,000. You would have only paid $77,000 down. My client's going to be debt-free in 70 months, and they're going to use this $480,000 line of credit to go buy more real estate. Now, instead of waiting decades to try to save up more money or to have the ability to buy that second home or that investment property, we're using the line of credit to go buy that next cash flowing asset that will pay us in perpetuity. This is how the wealthy builds faster. They pay off debt smarter, they leverage their equity, and they're constantly creating new streams of income to pay themselves back so they can continue to put more money into the market and build their wealth. If you want to see if this strategy can work for you, comment the word HELOC below. We can hop on a free Zoom call and I will send you my free blueprint guide to show you how this whole strategy works and get you out of debt.